Namaste. Beverly Ackerst here with Ocean Breath Yoga, and you are now at part 5 of Ocean Breath, of your breathing work. Hopefully, part 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all starting to become part of your habitual way of being. And now you're ready to add on some bigger breath. Extend your breath. Learn how to lengthen it and celebrate it. So, just a quick recap. First, knowing how to sit. You want to be upright. Remember, use a chair. If this is not doable and you sit down and you feel like you're just holding yourself up the whole time, please sit in a chair. Give yourself that opportunity, or up on a bench, somewhere where you can actually be comfortable and breathe. And you know that reasons why you're breathing. So remember, your breath, if you calm your breath, you get more oxygen into your blood. More oxygenated blood can flow through your system. And instead of just trying to find the absolute most important areas, can feed everything, which then in turn tells your nervous system that everything's okay. You can be calm. Everything's a bit easier. You might sleep better. You'll be less reactive around people. Your immune system will function better. It's just a continual flow of opportunity to provide yourself with a better way of being. For anyone who has art issues, I had one, have one. I don't know if it's still there. I don't think it is. If you have that, it will help the heart function better. I had gained asthma when I was 30, and I don't ever use a puffer, never have. I use my breath. So whatever the reasons, consider that it's just good for you. In yoga philosophy, breath is the thing that moves your life force energy. That is why it's called pranayama. If you're breathing short and shallow, you are burning through that prana, that life force energy. You're using it up, like rushing a car from point A to point B, going from light to light as fast as you can. You burn through a lot more gas. That's the fast breathing. Slow the car down and just ease yourself forward to the next light and stop, and then ease and go at a nice gentle speed. Just build up to it and come back. You've got a lot more fuel in that car and you can go so much farther. The same with prana. You breathe so deep, you check in with your breath, you start using less of your life force energy. You're extending life. So if that seems like a great idea to you, continue on with this breathing work. So now you're going to learn how to extend your breath, how to lengthen it. The last video, you learned the inhale, everything opening, and the exhale. Remember, the body isn't shifting up and down for the breath. Shoulders aren't coming up and down. You are strong, you're stable, you're aligned, and this is where it's easiest to breathe. You'll have everything you need here. This also helps all the muscles function the way they were meant to. Every muscle in your upper body that helps you breathe contracts when you inhale. So everything pulling on the bones here contracts outwards. Everything behind you contracts towards your spine to help pull the shoulders open and make space. And your diaphragm contracts to descend. When you exhale, everything up top releases, and everything below that helps support you so the body doesn't collapse, that contracts. So they're just switching places continually with the breath. So allow everything to work that way. Let yourself be supported. And when you're ready, take a big cleansing exhale. Get everything out of your lungs. And then start in and out. Keep that going while I talk. Remember, you're flowing at your pace. Don't push it trying to do what I just did if that doesn't feel like the length that works for you. Just work with where you're at for the moment until your body starts to get used to it again. Keep it going. Just a couple more so you feel it. And after the next one, let go. Just readjust. Notice if anything's collapsed. Notice if you're feeling tight anywhere. Add some support. You can put something under your bum. You can adjust your shoulders, your head. Just play with it a bit. It's very easy to drift. Old habits die hard. So find that position and see how you're feeling. Do you feel lightheaded? If so, deep breath in, hold it, let the oxygen get back into your system, and then a big exhale. Do that a couple of times. If it's just that you're yawning a lot, remember that's just a response from the body. It's just loving that you're getting oxygen into it. It's trying to figure this thing out. It's very restful, relaxing to the body. So go with that. And then remember that pause that we'd added in the last video. So when you inhale, there's going to be a pause at the top. When you exhale, a pause at the bottom. So to make this more doable for you, we're going to start doing a count. The count will be 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, that pace, and then a count of 2 for each pause. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2. And we'll continue going like that. We'll pause after a bit and I'll add 2 more count to the exhale, just because for most people that's the easier place to extend. If for you the exhale is a little distressing, don't go for longer. Keep it at a pace that works for you. You can count it to the rhythm that you'll hear me tapping. Don't worry about what I say if you shorten it. So again, we'll start with the inhale. First, exhale so you completely empty the lungs and they're ready to absorb oxygen. And then in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, out, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, out, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, out, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, out, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2. Last one. 2, 3, 4, hold for 2, out, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Do that again. In. Let it go. And then just do a normal breath for a moment. Check in with how you feel. If it doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, don't continue. Take a break. Take a pause. You can listen to the video without doing the breath. You can go back to the other videos. But just do what you need to. Because the next stage going to add a longer breath. So the inhale will now be 6. The exhale will be 8. The pause will be 4. So it'll be 6, 8, 4, and 4. We'll do that for a while. And then I'm going to ask you at the top of an inhale along the way to just pause there and stay. Stay where it's comfortable, and then you'll release. You'll do a big exhale, and then you'll do the inhale again, and you'll pause. And next you might take in a bit more air. It'll be a sip. And you'll pause again, and we'll just keep adding on to that for a bit. What you want to avoid is, again, anything that has you reacting, anything stresses you. So don't do it if that's what you feel. You want to teach the body that breathing deeply is a good thing, not a scary thing. The exhales, later we'll do the holds on them. First, we'll start with the inhale. After that, we'll do the exhales and the hold. If you're holding, try not to just after. You still want the breath to slowly release, so the lungs empty and all the air is coming out. And later when we do the exhale, same thing. You'll pause, and when you inhale, you're not going to just suck it in. Don't wait for that point. Wait where you can bring breath back in. Okay, so first we'll start with that longer breath. It's 6, 4, 8, 4. Okay, start with that deep exhale that releases everything. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. One more. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Now in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find the pause. Just be there. And then let the exhale empty out all the way to the bottom. Do your short pause. And then inhale slow and steady. Hold at the top. Pause there. Your head's in place. Everything's fine. You'll feel the lungs all of a sudden open. That's when the alveoli open and absorb the oxygen. See if you can sip in a bit more air through your nose. Feel that shift. Let the breath go. A little short pause at the bottom. And then in. Pause at the top. Hold it. Sip in a bit more. Sip in a bit more. Stay there as long as you are comfortable, only to where you can be. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Again, in. Let it go. And check in with how you feel. Was it distressing? Then don't go there yet. Give yourself time to work up to that. Did it feel really good? Do you feel incredibly relaxed? Was your mind really quiet? If so, go with that. Work with where you're at. And if you've reached that point, awesome. There will be more work for you to do. If you haven't reached that point, awesome. That's wonderful. You're working towards something of value for your system, for your body, for your life. So great. Be where you're at. Nothing comes instantly. This isn't about instant gratification. However, simply sitting and taking a couple of good, steady breaths can very quickly change how you feel. So it might not be about instant gratification and becoming perfect at what you're doing, but by simply being aware of your breath, you are changing the conversation with your life. That's a pretty good thing to do, especially if the conversation has been a little bit difficult. So keep practicing, and I'll add things that can enhance this as I go along, but this is enough for you to work on right now with ocean breath. I thank you for joining in. Once again, if you ever need to get hold of me, you're finding you're struggling with it, you can find me at oceanbreathyoga.ca, Beverly Ackerst, and I'd be very happy and honored to work with you. Namaste. Take care of yourselves and enjoy breathing.